How's it going, guys? It's your boy ScootTZ here, and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Pokemon released in the Sinnoh region. With BDSP less than a week away, I thought it would be fun to make a video based off of the Pokemon released in Sinnoh. Now guys, just to put it out there, this list is subjective, and for the most part my decisions are based off how a Pokemon looks, how they perform in a playthrough, and in competitive. So without further ado, we'll jump straight in with the first Pokemon, Hippowdon. So my love for Hippo comes from playing competitive in Gen 5, where it was used as a sand setter with access to rocks, toxic, whirlwind, and reliable recovery in slack off. It was super fun and annoying to deal with. And in terms of a normal playthrough, it has really nice stats. With a base 112 attack, Hippo can fire off some really powerful stab earthquakes, and with its insane HP and defense, and relatively okay special defense, this thing can sit on the field for a while. Hippo also has one of the best gender differences in Pokemon, with the male being a very light brownish color, while the female being a very dark grey. I really love Hippo, but it being this low on the list just shows how strong the Sinnoh Dex really is. Up next we have the virtual Pokemon, Porygon Z. Stab adaptability Tri-Attack and Hyper Beam are just insane, not to mention it has an insanely high special attack stat paired with really nice all-round stats. PZ also has access to an insane amount of coverage moves, like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, and many more. Competitively, I just love this mon. Not to mention, it has one of my favorite shinies in the game. It's so simple and clean. Great overall mon, just wish it was easier to obtain in a playthrough. Next up is the Steel Trapper Magnezone. Agent Zone is one of the GOATs and has to be one of the best evolutions introduced in the Sinnoh region in my opinion. Magneton to Magnezone was a fantastic evolution that needed to happen, and what can I say, this mon can do it all. For a playthrough, it has an amazing typing. Steel and Electric is crazy, and it has a powerful stab combo with Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon. Its stats are great, it's bulky and has an insane special attack stat. Competitively, when this thing had access to hidden power, no Steel type wanted to see Agent Zone at Team Preview. And if you made one misplay, you're getting trapped by Magnet Pull. In the latest generation, Zone got access to some new tech in Iron Defense and Body Press, making Zone an even bigger threat. This is a great mon with a great design and a proud member of the agency. Up next is the continental Pokemon Terra. So, Turtwig might be my favorite base form of this generation starter Pokemon, but Grottle's kinda ass. But that's okay, because it's redeemed by Torterra the monster. Just playing through the Sinnoh region with Torterra is such an enjoyable experience. It learns Earthquake at level 32 upon evolving, which is just insane. It's a pretty bulky mon with access to moves like Curse, Leech Seed, and Synthesis, making it a menace for NPC trainers to deal with. Torterra is one of my favorite grass starters in the series, and this is why it places so highly on my list. Up next, we have the Plasma Pokemon Rotom. And by extension of this, Rotom Wash, Heat, and even a little bit of Rotom Mo. Rotom has such a cool concept in my opinion. Playthrough wise, if you have access to changing its form during the playthrough, it can be good at any point because you have the ability to make sure it always has a good matchup. In terms of stats and moves, this thing's got it all, except for a good HP stat. But besides that, it's got great defensive stats, a solid special attack and speed stat paired with insane stab moves like Hydro Pump, Overheat, Leaf Storm, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Volt Switch, not to mention utility moves like Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Nasty Plot, and Pain Split. Rotom is just a great splash Pokemon for a playthrough, and truly one of the GOATs in Pokemon 6v6 singles. Next up is the Sand Shark Garchomp. Agent 00 Chomp, one of the GOATs, the pseudo-legend of the Sinnoh region. Everyone loves Garchomp, it has a fantastic design, and it's the ace of arguably the hardest champion in the series. This thing has a fantastic dual typing with insane stab moves like Earthquake and Dragon Claw. I feel like I don't need to say much else. Garchomp speaks for itself. This thing is just insanely powerful, and it deserves to be near the top of everyone's list. Next, we have the Thunderbolt Pokemon Electivire. Electivire is one of the best evolution Pokemon introduced in the Sinnoh region. Electabuzz was already goated, then they bring in Electivire, just amping it up to another level. In the anime, Paul's Electivire was a straight badass. Its fight with Ash's Infernape was one of my favorite scenes ever in the anime. It has such a cool design, great offensive move pool, and great stats, making it fantastic for a playthrough. I just really hope Elekid is obtainable early in BDSP. Hopefully it's catchable early thanks to the underground. Now we're entering the top 3, and to kick it off, we have Staraptor. Staraptor is the GOAT of the Route 1 birds. Not only is it the best designed out of them, but it's also the most powerful. It has two insane abilities in Intimidate and Reckless. Not to mention Reckless pairs fantastically with its two main stab moves being Brave Bird and Double Edge. You pair those two moves with close combat and this Pokemon has insane coverage. Staraptor is a straight savage, and it really speaks for itself. That's why it's one of my top 3 favorite Pokemon from the Sinnoh region. Number 2 on my list is the Fanged Scorpion Gliscor. Gliscor, in my opinion, is the best evolution given to an old gen Pokemon. And that's not just in the Sinnoh region, but in the series in general. I feel like I'm beating the same drum here, but Pokemon with access to Stab Earthquake are just insane. And in terms of its typing, I feel like I don't need to say much. It shares a typing with Landorus Therian form, which has been the GOAT of Pokemon competitive battles since Generation 5. Gliscor also having access to Poison Heal just adds another layer of depth to this Pokemon. It has great stats, it's really bulky, and has great coverage moves. It's just such a powerhouse. Oh, and did I mention this mon's sexy as fuck and has one of the best shinies of all time? It's truly a goated Pokemon. Alrighty guys, before we get to my number 1, I did want to say some honorable mentions. Those being Rhyperior, Leafeon, Ambipom, Honchkrow, Weavile, Mamoswine, and Lucario. These are all fantastic Pokemon, but with the Sinnoh Dex being so strong, it was hard to find them a place on my list. And the number 1 Pokemon from the Sinnoh region on my list is Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, the firefighting goat, Infernape. Infernape is without a doubt my favourite Pokemon released within the Sinnoh region, and for good reason. This Pokemon is a straight powerhouse. It has great attacking stats and speed. Not to mention it has insanely powerful moves and great coverage. It has access to a crazy stab combo being Flare Blitz in close combat, which is a crazy offensive combo. It also has access to great utility moves like Fake Out, Mach Punch, and U-Turn, and has setup moves like Nasty Plot and Calm Mind. Overall, this Pokemon is insane in-game and has an amazing design. And it was amazing in the anime, especially the scene where Ash's Infernape goes insane versus Paul in the Sinnoh League. It was truly a masterpiece. My only issue with Infernape is that his shiny isn't blue, but oh well. Alright guys, that's my list of the top 10 Pokemon released in the Sinnoh region. With BDSP being less than a week away from now, let me know what you guys are excited for and anything else you'd like to see from me in the future down below. Also, any criticism is greatly appreciated. Anyway guys, it's been your boy Scooteezy and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.